Imagine being able to live, work, and play all within footsteps of your front door. That's the idea behind smart growth, high-density mixed-use neighborhoods like these, built for people, not cars.
Basically what that is going to a more compact model of development, is using land as efficiently as possible.
It's this approach Carrie Williams and Helen Chapman hope to see in San Jose's Coyote Valley.
The value of the high density in this area is to leave room to go up so that you leave room for the land.
Both Chapman and Williams are behind this 20 to 30-year plan for the region that would net 50,000 jobs.
This is the Coyote Valley specific plan. This is the product of about 4 years of work now with the community.
Here, it's never been a question of will it grow, but how.
We know there's about 400,000 more people coming to San Jose in the next 25, 30 years, well over 1 million more people coming to the region, and so we need to think ahead.
Williams, a member of the Coyote Valley Housing Group, says to start, planners went to the people.
We were able to pose the question to the community, if you could plan the ideal community from the ground up, what would it look like?
Their answer, make it green.
It was very clear from the start that both what the city council was looking for and what the community was looking for was a community that put the environment first.
Key priorities, protecting the hillsides and restoring 2 rivers.
And then you build in the habitat surrounding it, which you can kind of see here is the natural habitat coming back in, the grass growing in over the concrete, the birds coming back in, the wildlife coming back in, and you create a natural wildlife corridor.
Plus, there'll be a 3,300-acre greenbelt.
And then in addition, all of these hillsides to the east and the hills to the west and the Santa Teresa Hills are all going to be left in permanent open space.
People need air, they need green. I've kind of been pushing that pretty much my entire life.
Helen Chapman is a longtime park activist and member of the Coyote Valley Task Force.
It's not just building a community. You start with the land and you start with what you have and what works, and then you build up.
And you don't have to look too closely to see all the green on this blueprint.
I mean, the ratio of park space is 3.5 acres to 1,000 residents. That is above and beyond what our city standard is.
We have a commons area that sort of runs east-west in the plan, and this is where we'll have a number of our schools and parks. We also have 2 high school sites in the project.
And have we mentioned the 55-acre lake?
We are concentrating the town center of the plan all around the lake. So all these pink areas here are mixed use. They'll have jobs and housing and offices and restaurants.
One thing you won't find, lots of congested roadways.
Instead of having big wide boulevards where you have 6 lanes of traffic and street lights, etc., we have much narrower streets with nice broad sidewalks.
There are plans for a free trolley system and space, too, for a Caltrain station.
The livability is so important to us.
All of this is music to the ears of urban planning guru Judy Corbett.
We are going to be doubling what we've got on the ground in the next 30 years, so we need to do it right.
In the 70s, Corbett, along with her husband, designed this pioneering experiment in Davis, California.
A lot ahead of our time, had to fight tremendous battles in order to get there, but glad we did it.
Village Homes, with more than 200 homes and businesses, its own green space and gardens, is an early model of smart growth.
Well, the goal of it was to address air quality, water quality, land preservation, and energy. And it's all designed so that you can walk to your destinations.
All of this, a far cry from suburban sprawl.
The old way, I'm sure you're familiar with it, it's miles of spaghetti streets that go around like that, or dead-end cul-de-sacs, only housing. The only way to get to where you get your groceries is to go down the road, cross the freeway. You absolutely have to take a car. And so what we're doing is taking an average of 13 trips per day, which is too many. Just has to be changed. It really has to be changed.
And change is exactly what Williams says she's hoping for, too.
This project is actually very, I would say it's sort of cutting edge in the sense that the average density in the plan for housing is going to be about 20 units to the acre. So we're not talking about typical suburban sprawl tract type housing.
Plus, look for green building, water conservation, recycling, and energy savers like solar panels. Planners say the end result will be an eco-friendly community that can sustain itself.
working with the community and working with the task force, we've come up with a really sort of vibrant, exciting community for people to live in and enjoy.
Growth is going to happen eventually, so it's best to plan for it and do it. And I think, the other statement that we had is this is a chance where we can plan to do it right.